All right, guys. So we have an incredibly fun AMA today. It is going to be exciting. You guys sent in some of the best questions I've seen in a very long time. So I am personally very excited to hit these. And without further ado, let's do exactly that. Number one, how will there be $100 million in liquidity at launch in Q4 if the free zone treaty isn't signed until 2026? That's a great question. So basically, the our whole goal is to get a that done, the free zone done before launch, because that's how we believe we can really keep that $100 per coin listing price. That's that's a big element of that. Now, I do believe in and of itself the really the functionality that we're putting out before listing, like the ability to create, simple. Well, I mean, we're pushing really hard to put the simple games out, as well as apps, and of course, like smart contracts. Basically, all using native language prompts. And hopefully in the most complex way possible. Our whole goal is to do it better than anybody's ever done it before, to where you can just in a few seconds put in some those natural language prompts, a few sentences, and basically turn out full workable programs. At least to be able to start beta testing. That's the whole goal of that's our goal right now, is to get that out before and have that before listing and create demand using that, so that even thousands of apps could be created in a very short amount of time, which means the chain's being used, there's demand, GRP's being used, GGT's being used. It's all working into an ecosystem that really does produce that demand that we need to hold a price like that. So that's the number one thing. Now, of course, the free zone, in my opinion, is like icing on the cake. That is something that we were working extremely hard to to finalize the funding for, to get it out this quarter. And we will continue to work extremely hard for that. So that's where the whole structure that we're working on right now, as far as the liquidity for land deal, that's where that kind of comes into play. So basically, us offering a certain amount of the land that we will be getting, basically, instead of taking a cash deposit, what we would do is allow people to put down some cash for liquidity that they even control. It's locked for a certain period of time, but they can come in and get it, eventually. But that would essentially take place instead of a deposit. And that's where that $100 million liquidity comes from. That figure. So that's also up in question. We could make that. We could potentially put on offer 200, 300 million, plus dollars in land, with that structure. So in $100 million isn't even like absolute, but it's something. It will be something around that we're going to offer, and that's going to be an offering. So essentially, to answer this question in full, yes, to get that structure, we will need the zone treaty signed. But think about this: even if we launch, and no matter when we get that free zone, even if it was even right after launch or near launch, think about this: no matter when you get that liquidity that comes into the system, it's going to go up. So if you're somebody who is literally in it for not even the long haul, but even just the next few quarters, you're going to see the fruits of that, no matter whether, no matter if it's, immediately, or if it happens, a couple months after. You're going to see the fruits of that. No, in any situation. But we will keep you updated every single week on the status of that and how close we are on it. The whole goal is to have everything done that I mentioned, before our launch, and that's going to be the goal, until I say otherwise. But right now it's going fantastic. We just had a meeting with the devs, and it was right on par with everything that I've been saying. I just wanted to make sure, this morning, and get everything up. Really, just to know, okay, and we're so stinking close to being able to put out an actual like hard date for the mainnet right now. We're this close, and we will be able to put that out. I'm hoping by next week. I'll keep you guys updated, but I'm hoping by next week we can start to put out at least the the week or so that we believe we'll have that out by. And so that's going to be where things, in my opinion, get really exciting. So you have that announcement date, that that hard announcement date, and that's that obviously will get a lot of people excited, for the mainnet. Then next for the AI features, like probably, and then this AI partnership that we have, and then finally, we'll give you guys an actual date for the zone announcement and all that. So just going through it, we actually answered, I believe, 2, if not 3 questions in that. So it wasn't just like one really long answer. We actually were knocking these things out, pretty well. Okay, so the next question is, being that GGT and GRP are merging, will there be one wallet or separate? Okay, so that's actually, I'm not sure where this person got this, but GGT and GRP won't be merging into one coin. They'll still be those separate coins, and they'll both be on the mainnet. So essentially, we'll both have GGT and GRP on that mainnet whenever we launch that. Now, here is some exciting news, and this is where things get really, really fun, in my opinion. So I was talking to the devs, and we are really close to mainnet. And what does that mean? That means we're going to be basically instead of going from our course with GRP, our Ethereum based ERC20 chain token to a Binance chain or smart chain token, we're just going to go directly into mainnet. So that is fun, because honestly, who wants to go from Ethereum to Binance and then Binance to mainnet? We don't need to do that. And that was I'm actually knocking out another question with this, but essentially we will be going directly from where we're at right now with both. So KNX and GGT will both be able to go directly into mainnet, and then GRP will be able to go directly into mainnet. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up a system to where anybody who actually has it in the wallet can literally just go and move it over to that mainnet. So you can, it'll just be a decentralized process that'll be really super seamless and super easy and super, it'll just be simple. So then anybody who has it on the buy site or the staking site will get that configured manually, and we'll get you guys taken care of. So nobody is going to be left behind. If anybody has it on Bitmart, or if there's anything, and basically just nobody worry about being left behind or missing the, that 2-week period. We will get everybody taken care of. We'll have customer support open, and it'll be just, like I said, seamless, easy, simple. Okay, so next question. We've got some people who are asking about the free zone and basically saying, will we be able to set up corporations and citizenship prior to infrastructure? Possibly, or essentially in 2026. Absolutely. As soon as we do get that deal through, we'll be going directly, and we already have an e-government software, and that's basically where GGT comes into play. It'll be the coin that goes behind that. But that government software, the eGov system, has 11 departments of government all set up, and we'll be basically going directly to that, and we'll have a citizenship system where people can go on there and apply, and it'll basically have the steps necessary, all the documents that you'll need. All that, and then we'll have the ability for you to set up corporations. As soon as we had that treaty signed, we'll be able to do that kind of a thing. Will bank services be available in 2026? Yeah, I mean, I would definitely. I mean, that's the goal. That's absolutely the goal. And will there be an exchange available? Okay. So one of the most exciting things for me, basically for myself, is the ability to make deals with current exchanges. I mean, not just opening our own stuff. I mean, that's fun, but like getting other crypto projects involved with, in my opinion, with what my opinion would be one of the most exciting places in all of crypto. I mean, for crypto ever, like crypto and AI. Our whole goal is to make this thing absolutely and totally like just this perfect wonderland for both cryptocurrency and AI, and just the incubation of both and the innovation of both. So just getting those companies involved, that are currently in places like Seychelles, like with Bitmart, or in Hong Kong. I mean, just giving them like the safe place, the safe zone, the safe jurisdiction that they know they'll be taken care of and treated like a king. Basically they'll be in the lap of luxury in this spot and treated very, very well. That's the whole goal behind it. So yeah. And then let's see, Steve, what are your current perspectives on the potential replacement of Swift with Grape for cross-border messaging and settlement? So that's something definitely post-zone. What I'm hoping to do is reset up Noxwire, utilizing Grape as the chain itself. And then we'll basically open up for those cross-border transactions using our specific type of messaging system. So like for cross-border transactions for businesses, for banks, and for financial institutions, absolutely. That's part of the goal we have right now, and that's part of the plan. So it's all working together, just getting that seamless cohesion set up for businesses to operate in an international jurisdiction that just has everything that they need. They can plug into our financial system. They can utilize just all of the licensing that we would have to do things like, make international payments, and all of the above, to trade cryptocurrency and all that. So next is what will happen to Uniswap? Will they automatically go to the new GRP address, or will Uniswap be discontinued? So actually, this is kind of the next evolution of what we're working to do. So we are going to be on. So we're like an EVM standard. Like we're basically building something that operates sort of like a layer 2. So we have, we're going to be operating with all the ERC20 standards. So all of the like Ethereum standards that Binance Smart chain uses, Polygon uses. We're going to be using those same standards. So like the address will have like the big 0 and the X at the very front of it. It'll be the same as your Ethereum address. But obviously we have a layer 1 chain that is like, faster than anything that's ever been on the market. So we have like the benefits of both. So our whole goal and like the exciting part about what we're doing right now is we're going to be integrating into exchanges, integrating into wallets like Trust Wallet. So whenever you create your Trust Wallet, your wallet address will be for Grape will be the exact same as your wallet address for Ethereum, for BNB, for Polygon, all of those. So it's exciting. Like we're working with that ecosystem perfectly, and it'll be just simple, seamless. So we should be able to get into all of the or have our own decentralized exchanges, or integrate into the ones that are out there. We should be able to integrate into wallets like MetaMask and Trust very easily, very easily, and very very just seamlessly. So we should be able to get into all that. And if not, being able to trade on Uniswap, we'll have Uniswap alternatives that will be just as good. Okay, so this is I like this one too. Can we get a small clip of or demo video of Grape's Web 4 utility before launch? Absolutely. So as soon as we get this stuff perfected on our side, I'll be doing plenty of videos myself and putting them out there, and the team will be too. So yeah, it's funny because I mean, how many questions we've answered with just the longer answers for one question is actually staggering. So we had this question right here said, essentially, why the move to BNB chain for Grape when we're almost about to get mainnet done in December. So yeah, I already answered that one. Okay, so this is interesting. In the roadmap video, you said that we can create games even before listing. So here is we were not supposed to have games until, if I'm correct, Q2 of next year. So the games that we are coming out with, I mean, I've never seen a single main chain that has anything like natural language prompts for games. Well, what I can say with this is we're working extremely hard. I mean, we are way ahead of schedule. Like apps, almost, 100% almost, that we'll have it out this quarter. I mean, we're like 6 months ahead on that. Games, the whole plan is to get it out this quarter, and this first phase of it, it will be very, 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 very simple. It'll be very simple games. So it'll be like basically games with like UI interfaces. And I think probably the best way to show you is just to use our system to create some of them, and I can kind of give you an example. But essentially, it will absolutely be able to create very simple games in Q4, and by Q1 though, I would absolutely put myself out there to say I believe we can do some pretty cool things, some pretty amazing things by then. So we're going to be pushing the limits every single month, but I would say like our main focus is making like really like the ability to create really amazing applications, and in fact full-blown websites. Like I'm talking like the potential with maybe a little bit of tweaking for making like LinkedIn level websites. Like I'm talking extremely complex websites using natural language prompts. That's the goal for this quarter. Okay. Just going back to the question, I will definitely give you guys some examples, and I'll also give you, I'll put out some videos as soon as we have everything down to the T. So yeah, I mean, we are absolutely, we're killing it. We're getting through. I think we've actually gotten through pretty much every single question. I'm going through them right now just to make sure. But I believe we've gotten through every single question. Now, there were a few people that put in some questions about GSX, APL, and KNX. So I basically set all of those aside. So if you're wondering why like none of that was covered, I didn't want to confuse things. So I put all of that aside. Basically, those are coins that are migrating into our ecosystem. But I set those aside to do in the Apollo community Telegram. So we'll be hitting those right off the bat as soon as possible in the Apollo community Telegram, and I'll just do a side AMA for those, just to keep everything flawless and just cohesive on Grape and GDT. But yeah, guys, we did it. We got through everything. In fact, I think one of those questions, I think I answered like four. I answered four other questions during that answer. So really, this was extremely efficient. A lot faster than I thought it would be. I thought it would be like a 40-minute AMA. But guys, thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for being there, for being positive. Guys, we hit 95% on coin market cap. 95%. In fact, I was looking, I have never seen a cryptocurrency ever. We were looking all day yesterday to try to find one single coin that had anywhere close to 95% positive rating on CMC. Guess I think we may be the first. All I can say is I have never been more excited about anything in my entire life than this project and getting this thing down to be the iPhone of the cryptocurrency world. The perfect product that just over delivers every single time. So I promise you, we will be working our hearts out to make sure that this thing absolutely comes out and it impresses anybody who uses it, and we create that demand that we need to become a top 20 currency. That's what we're here for. That's what we're going to be working towards every single day, guys. We hit all of our goals today, and I will keep you updated every single week. Like I said, add in any questions that you didn't hear today answered, and I'll hit those on Thursday. And guys, we can just take it from there. Have a wonderful day and keep watching.